Hello, hello, hello. Yes, this week you're gonna see that there is an asset that is discounted, an opportunity not to miss. We're gonna go and see in details all the things related to the airplane rental mission, and we have the date for the deployment. Plus, there are amazing ideas that are shared by our users in the Ask Me Anything section. So don't miss the news. See you soon. Welcome to SimFly News. This is Roberto Capodieci, SimFly spokesperson, and I'm here to bring you news about SimFly every week. Every week, it doesn't matter what, I'm here with news about SimFly. So let's get into it and let's start with the most exciting news. Because we have so many new users registered in the past few weeks, so much that they even brought the server to attention where at a certain point they couldn't register anymore. Well, we are giving for the first 100 lucky subscribers, or actually it's open to everyone, the license with a 40% discount. 100 only are available with 40% discount until Monday 24th of March. So if you want an extra license, if you just register but you want to have an easy entering in SimFly, now is the moment. This weekend there is only 100 available licenses, a 40% discount on them. Anybody can buy them as many as you want, and then you start. But especially for the new subscriber, we had like a lot of people register, about 1,000, not 1,000, but 500, between 500 and 1,700, something like this. A big number of people that registered in the past few weeks. So as a welcome, licenses are 40% discount, only 100 pieces until Monday, 24th of March. And as promised, let's take a deeper look to the airplane rental mission. First of all, how cool is this button here? Start flight. And when we press it, we're gonna get to the missions. Here in the mission, I go to my airplane rental mission. In the airplane rental mission, I can see this panel. See here? Those are all the airplanes that are for rental. And soon we're gonna see filters here to filter only particular airport, particular airplane models, etc., etc. Now, to enter the airplane rental mission, you need to have a license as well, like the unrestricted flight. The one with no license remains the test pilot mission, okay? So, there's something that is interesting here. You can see not only what airplane are for rental, but also in which airport they are located and which is the percentage of the income made by the airplane in PAX that is given to the pilot. So if you take, let's scroll down something like this, you're gonna have a very little, earning. While if you take the first one, you have a lot of earning. Obviously, you need to rush before somebody else take it before you. You see that there are also two interesting icons here. The first one is the classic, menu to see the map in different ways. But the second one shows you also the airport that give a share income. And here you can see how much of the income the airport share with the pilot. So here you can plan very well. Pay attention that in this mission you need to leave from the airport where the airplane is, okay? You cannot just take an airplane and leave from whatever airport. You need to leave from the exact airport where the airplane is in this moment. And also you need to have a license that is in the same airport where you are going to leave from. So if your license is not there, you can transfer the license. We're going to show you how next week. But you're going to transfer the license from where it is to the airport where you want to leave from. Say that I look at all these things, they need to choose the correct airplane to rent. I look at my licenses, I have 4 licenses, and I look at the airport, and I see that this airport here, okay, which I can select. Pay attention, if you choose an airport that you change your mind, you can always reload here and you refresh the list so you make sure that nobody took an airplane before you, okay? So if you have a selection done and then you refresh, the selection is going to be gone. But here it go. So you select an airplane, and then in the same airport, you need to have your license. So you're gonna see that the license is okay because it's at the same airport where the airplane is parked. And at this point, the departure is going to be taken automatically. Pay attention that now I am not connected with the flight simulator. But if you connect with the flight simulator, you need to have the same airplane in the flight simulator that you are choosing to rent, because if you choose a different airplane, it's not going to work. And and you need to be in the departure airport to match the airport that you want to leave from. So in the moment that I fill in the data, and I can see that is ESGG, so I'm gonna type ESGG here, I can leave. Now I want to go to an airport that give me well and is not too far, so I can go to EBBE. EBBE, I can put it here. Once I enter this data here, okay, I guarantee myself that 40% of the airport income is going to be given to me, even if while I'm flying, the owner of the airport bring the percentage to 0. So at the moment that I do start flight, it's going to be checked that I am with the flight simulator at the correct airport, in the correct airplane, and if I have chosen an arrival airport, a snapshot is taken so that the percentage of the income generated when I land to the airport is going to be given to me, even if the owner of the airport change the percentage. If I leave this field blank, okay, then I'm going to take the percentage that is applied only when I arrive, which can be also better. Let's say that now is only 20% and I start flying. There is nothing. When I land, while I was flying, the owner of the airport bring it to 80%. When I land, I'm going to take 80%. But if I lock it because I put the arrival airport here and I start, it's just taking the snapshot, even if the owner of the airport raise the percentage, I still get what is being taken in the snapshot, okay? And now that you have reached this point in the video, there is something I want you to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, okay? You can also find us in other social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and also in X, which used to be Twitter. Follow us in all the social media, because doing this we grow the community, and with a stronger community you will be able to enjoy a better SimFly experience. Subscribe to the channel, like the video at least, and share it with your friend, okay? Now, where I was? Oh yes! So, the list of the airplanes that you can rent is global. So all the airplane in the world, okay? This is the same thing. All the airports, you see there are 14 total, so I can go to next page and I'm going to see the airport that are also there. So obviously, probably we're gonna have many more. How they appear here? As soon as somebody choose to share the income with the users when they land to the airport is going to be added on top, but at the level of the percentage that it is. So let's say now I'm gonna share mine at 39%, is gonna to be between these two, okay? Between 5 and 6. And if somebody else share their revenue at the same percentage of me, is going to be on top of me. So the newest is given the precedence, is gonna be on top. And this is one of the reasons why we're gonna give once in a while a free option to change the percentage And then if somebody wanna play to change percentage every moment, they need to pay some PAX tokens to do so. But we need to decide the amount of days correctly. In a few days, one can change for free. Maybe once a month, maybe once a week, maybe once a day. We don't know yet. We're gonna come out with the details in the next week before the release of this thing. But I think that this is pretty cool. You can always obviously search airport by country, by categories, by cow, etc., etc. Same thing here. We're gonna put the filters so you can get the correct airplane in the correct airport and choose the right license. Pay attention, this is the ground operation of the airplane. If an airplane's ground operation is not finished, it's gonna be signed in red. So you see it now green because this is our demo server, development server. So we have nobody flying and landing to take away the ground operation, but it will be in red. You will not be able to select it, so you can only choose those that you actually rent. And in the moment that you press start flight, if somebody took the same airplane before you, it gives you an error. You need to redo the selection. So this pretty much is an overview of the airplane rental. I think you like it, and now we move to the other news.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
And as we promised last week, we have a date for the release of the new deployment with everything. And this is going to be April the 2nd. Because, April the 1st would have been a little bit ambiguous. You wouldn't know if we were for serious or not. But we are serious. We are going to deploy everything the 2nd of April. What does it mean? Means that from morning 9 a.m. until afternoon, because it's a huge deploy, fly at your own risk. There will be reason for which server are rebooted and the mission can be cancelled halfway. So 2nd of April, morning to afternoon of Zulu time. Pay attention, we're gonna send an information to everybody with this server maintenance notice. But the 2nd of April, with the new deployment where the airplane rental mission is in, the share of the income is in, a lot of other things are in, we are going to work on the server. So this is an exciting news because many new things are coming. Can you imagine? Ground operation that lasts only 1 hour. And there is also many other interesting things. So, we're gonna give you much more details in the next news video. But 2nd of April, you're gonna be, expecting some disruption of SimFly service because we're going to do this big deployment. And now let's move to the Ask Me Anything section. We have 3 questions, and the first question has been asked by Kindra, the 14th of March 2025, and has 4 votes. Kindra says, would it be possible to add an advertisement board to the SimFly website? It would be great if we could pay a small USD or PAX fee, for example, 5 USD or PAX per week, to advertise our new airport openings, pilot PAX payout bonus events, items available for sale, organized community-sponsored events. Each post would, of course, need to be reviewed to be accepted. Well, Kindra, this is interesting. We're thinking about this already, but, your idea is good, and, you confirm that we're working in the right direction. I think something like this should be done in concomitance with the forum, meaning that the forum has its own structure that help to do these things, and we can put an option for some particular forum post to appear also in the map, inside an airport, page, etc., etc. So we're working for this integration with the forum, and I think things like this will be allowed for sure. Question number 2. Question number 2 has been asked by Morpheus74. The 15th of March 2025 has 3 votes. And Morpheus74 says a rank system to be placed next to the pilot's profile. a status to be assumed by the user who accumulates a flight hour and experience point. This, beyond the licenses, could encourage pilots to fly more and better. For example, cadet students, first official, etc. Licenses can be both leveled up and then resold. Rank remains in the profile. Yeah, absolutely. So we already started with the sky ranking, and that was the first idea. But what you suggest is a good idea, and it makes sense to create a ranking of this kind dedicated to the user, beside the license that the user owns. We're gonna keep in consideration your suggestion. We will think how to do it. And thank you again for your suggestion, Morpheus74. Question number 3. Question number 3 has been asked by Antonio Ferrara, March 16, 2025. He has 3 votes. Antonio Ferrara says, "Hi, would it be possible to add a spot in the airport page that you own in order to write some notes, such as eventual link to download a better airport scenery, or a link to download a personal bush trip mission to boost the departure and on arrival of the airport?" And then he says, "Postscriptum, I'm preparing some mission with point of interest or challenges in a radius of 100 nm. Antonio, yes, congratulations. Also, yours is a very good idea. Very interesting also the mission that you are creating. We're going to put the notes on all the assets, and we are creating also a new section, a page where we can see all the assets somebody has in a more intuitive manner, changing all the settings without having to go page by page of assets. There are some users that have a lot of assets, in fact, okay? So user will be able to manage all the assets, also if there are many, just in one single place. It will be a page that allowed to, manage things easily. Furthermore, we wanted to anticipate, just that we're talking about is that we are thinking about releasing a new mission called Challenge, where user can sort of, pay an entry fee and then win a prize in packs, when they can try to challenge each other on landings, obviously with the correct formula for the landings, other kinds of challenges. And we're gonna give more information next time. And I tell you something else, again, with the forum, there will be something very cool. For example, the forum, as soon as the integration with SimFly is done, will have sections that are limited to user with certain characteristics. For example, every airport is going to have its own room, if you want, its own discussion board, where only pilots that land in the airport can go and read it. Others cannot see it. The owner of the airport is the moderator of that section. So when you take your airplane of your own ownership, or your license, and you have your license in a particular airport, then you can go and access this particular room. If there are notes written about certain airport by the owner, and they are vetted, obviously, they are published also in the page of the airport. So we can do this integration to have a very solid system where user can interact. And things like, for example, only people that participate in a particular mission can enter the discussion board of the mission. Only people with a license of a certain level can discuss, etc., etc. So we make the forum accessibility managed by the status of the pilots in SimFly. What do you think about this idea? This is open to everybody. Leave comments and let me know in Discord. And this was all with the Ask Me Anything section. If you guys have suggestion, idea, want to comment these things, please write there. So next week we have something else to discuss with you regarding the Ask Me Anything section. Thank you for following the video until now. Subscribe to our social media. Listen to me. You're gonna regret if you don't do it, because when the moment comes, those that follow us everywhere are gonna win. And I have a very, very important thing to tell you. SimFly, take off and get more.